Bobby, who is a gay man, tries to find the perfect man while also struggling to find an investor to open his museum. He struggles to balance the two. You'll have to stick around to the end to see how the whole story unfolds. Hello and welcome to Comedy Recap. Today we will give you a recap of the film Bros. Spoilers ahead, obviously. Without further ado, let's dive right into it. The movie starts with Bobby, a radio presenter, telling the audience about the history of the LGBTQ. He then offered to answer any question asked by the audience. A lady then called him asking whether he'll write another children's book, to which he answers no since his first one didn't get many sales. He then got asked by another caller about the movie he was rumored writing, to which Bobby disagreed with and told him that the movie director pissed him off by saying that the movie should have something to please straight males, which he didn't think the idea of. He then told his audience that he was a single 40-year-old man, and then told them that tonight he is being honored at the Pride Awards. Now we see the Pride Awards taking place where Bobby makes the audience aware of his becoming the executive director of the first LGBTQ museum. Next, we see Bobby at his home using a dating app and finding a partner with whom later he meets and couples with. Next, Bobby goes to a dinner to meet with his friends. One of the gay couple from his group tells them about thinking to adopt 3 kids, after which everyone gets excited. Later, another gay couple then tells them how they were about to involve another man in the relationship, after which Bobby reminds them to be careful since he had trust issues meeting gay men. Next, we see Bobby with his friend Henry at a gay party where Henry introduces him to Aaron, who is a good-looking gay man with a good physique. They talked, and Aaron told him how he knew him from the radio. They swapped conversations where Bobby tried to kiss him, but Aaron walked away. Bobby went back to Henry and told him about it. He then saw Aaron from afar in the middle of the dance ground. He approached and then kissed him. Aaron told him that he wasn't looking for any relationship, after which Bobby got sad and left. Bobby got back to his home and is again talking to a stranger through the dating app. The guy asks hesitantly him for a picture of his bottom and then blocks him immediately after Bobby sends him one. Bobby then lies on his couch feeling the loneliness eating him from the inside. He next is seen at a meeting where he tells his partners that they were down $5 million in the budget to open the museum. His partners then offered him ideas that he disagreed with, saying they were typical. We now get to see Aaron working and consulting with a coworker, after which he somehow finds Bobby's profile in the hookup app and texts him. They exchanged conversations and then decided to meet up. Next, we see both of them walking down a side path and talking about their favorite movies. They then went to watch a movie where Aaron met with an old friend. Later, Bobby asked him to come over to his place, to which he denied. They then hugged and left walking oppositely. Aaron turned around and went after Bobby. Later, they finally coupled with each other, along with 2 other gay men. Next, Bobby is seen meeting with his sister and her family. He tells her about his difficulties with Aaron, and her husband replies that he and Aaron might both be lowers rather than one being an upper. Bobby agreed to take Aaron to the premiere of his museum. Next, the day of the premiere came and Bobby gave a speech. Later, he took Aaron away from the room and discussed ideas with him. Aaron had a moment as he glanced at the mirror and left immediately. He then, the next day, is seen at his office talking to his parents, who are telling him not to get a divorce. They then tell him about his old friend Josh breaking up with his girlfriend and opening up as being gay. He checks up on him and gets hopeful. Bobby is next seen in a meeting at his museum where he is constantly checking his phone and getting no reply from Aaron. He then meets up with an important client and pisses her off by involving his love life with his professional one. The client walks away while Bobby gets replaced in his position. He then finally gets a message from Aaron and meets with him. The next day, they are sitting under a bright sun in the morning. Bobby argues with him, blaming him for only liking guys with a good physique. Aaron argues back when a few seconds later, they kiss. They then went back and finally coupled with each other. Later, as they lay in bed, they talked about each other's lives. Bobby told him how it wasn't easy fighting for the LGBTQ at the museum, to which Aaron replied that he wanted to come with him to Provincetown. Next, they arrived at Provincetown, where they are introduced to a house by old Lewis. The next day, both of them went to meet up with a potential client. Bobby fails to get the client's attention, and Aaron tells him that he needed to hear what the client had to say. He then asked what the client wanted, but still failed to convince him to invest. Aaron stepped up and convinced the client to invest. Bobby kissed him happily and then left for the gay parade. Both of them enjoyed the parade and finally went to the beach to rest. Over there, Bobby finally released his anger and talked about how hard it was being gay in this world. They both later danced all their sadness away and went back to couple again. On another day, both of them went to the party to celebrate the donation they had got for the museum. Aaron's old friend Josh came, and they met where Aaron congratulated him for opening up. Both of them, along with Bobby and another guy, agreed to celebrate it in the bedroom. They coupled with each other when Bobby realized that Aaron was becoming too intimate with Josh. Sometime later, Bobby went with Aaron to meet his parents. Aaron advised him to avoid being himself in front of them, which pissed him off. Bobby had made a dinner reservation at a gay restaurant. All of them sat together and were having dinner when Bobby went unstable and started to talk about indecent topics. Aaron then confronted him and got mad at what he did in front of his parents. They separated away where Aaron went to meet Josh and started kissing him. Bobby searched through the party looking for him and then went to the back alley and caught Aaron red-handed. He then got mad and told him to finally confess his feelings because he was tired of him pretending and already knew of his feelings for Josh. He then left for home and slept alone. The next day, he went to the museum and let his anger out on his coworkers. He then decided to change his voice and talked in a deeper voice. He went to the gym and met a guy who approached and helped him work out. He then went to his home and slept with him, after which mistakenly talked to him in his original voice.
I'll give you my number.
Holy shit, dude, what happened to your voice?
Oh, fuck.
The other guy got mad and told him to leave immediately. The next day, he went to a party where Aaron met with him and apologized to him. They kissed, but then Bobby backed out and left, stating that he couldn't trust him anymore. The next day, Bobby sat with his coworkers and apologized to them, and they all sorted out their problems. Aaron, on the other hand, quit his job and started to make chocolate boxes following his dream. He then sent a video of him with the boxes to Bobby. Later, he hung out with a buddy of his at his place who reminded him of how much he loved Bobby. Aaron then told him that he had moved on and that Bobby probably doesn't need him. The museum's grand opening day came when Bobby talks with his sister, who tells him not to leave Aaron. Bobby then realized his mistake and texted him. Aaron read the message and excitedly went back to meet him. Bobby went to the stage and finally gave his speech. He told everyone how he and everyone else were lucky to be in this community and have each other's company. From the back, Aaron walked in and Bobby saw him. He then started to sing a song, after which he ran toward and then kissed Aaron. He then went down on one leg and proposed to him. Aaron agreed, and the crowd cheered for them. Make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications so you can watch more videos like this. Thanks for watching.